I'm in Vancouver, Washington. I actually just went to Portland, Oregon, and I couldn't find any camping space because it was so populated, so I rode out near Mount St. Helens. So I think I'm going to camp here tonight. I think it's a dirt bike trail that people use, but I can see here there's a little bit of it's pretty isolated. I was actually trying to camp way over there, so you can see like it actually is a pretty tough trail to go through on a V-Strom, but I managed to find this place and it looks pretty nice. There's tons of berries everywhere. Like I was eating them, and then I realized that there was a big stool on the ground that apparently I think was the bears. So there's actually snakes all over the place, and there's these little guys here. Look at that. These guys are just like everywhere, and like they're huge. Really kind of disgusting. So I'm gonna camp here today. Just try and relax, and tomorrow I'm gonna go to Portland. But I've been just doing the stealth camping thing, and it seems to be working out. So I'm gonna eat some berries, and then I'm gonna set up camp, and then I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm still here. Didn't get killed by a bear. I was kind of worried. I was kind of paranoid, but yeah, look at this. It's pretty super hidden, and now I'm gonna have to ride all the way back, and you're gonna see that it might be a little tough. There's berries just everywhere. Look at that. These are pretty green, or not ready, but look at this. And this is, I think, what bears come through here to eat. So many berries. Yeah, pretty nice. The V-Strom is really good. Like, the more I ride it, the more I really like it. I mean, it's a pretty incredible bike for the price that you get. This bike I bought for $2,000 with 15,000 miles. And, I mean, I see KTM Adventures and all of that, and BMW GSs for $20,000. This bike is really good. It's not a dirt bike, but it got me in here. The brakes are kind of weak. I think the front dives in quite a bit, which I don't like. So I think if there's a way to correct that, that's probably something I would do. But this bike is just incredible. Pretty interesting. I really like Portland. It's a very weird city, and mainly because of just people. People are weird. There's a lot of old guys skateboarding. I guess they didn't get the memo that it's kind of lame. There's a lot of people with blue hair, like older people too. It's just not like young people that are trying to be hip. A lot of tattoos and stuff like that. But it's a nice city. Everybody bicycles everywhere. It's like a lot of commute friendly bicycling. But looking straight ahead, right about there, it's kind of hazy, but that's Mount Rainier, or is it Mount Hood? I'm not sure, but I think it's Mount Rainier. And down here in the valley, that is Portland. So I'm up on some road called Skyline. It's a really amazing road. I found a campsite off a power line. I was thinking about camping there. Well, here's my camp space for today. Another power line. Actually, when I was scouting this one, I didn't realize that it makes so much noise. I don't know if you can hear it. And this is my tent space for today. I found it off a gravel road. Oddly enough, this is actually looks to be one of the most expensive parts of Portland, because it's like Skyline Boulevard, and it's really nice and twisty. There was like a bunch of motorcyclists there. The houses are extremely large. They're overlooking the main part of Portland. So it's a power line area, so I'm not sure I should be here, but it's one of the few places that I've been camping that people don't give me a hassle. The people are extremely like weird looking and eccentric, and it makes it a whole lot more interesting when you like look at people like that. And I think this is kind of like a cool city to live in. All the days are starting to blend together. It's kind of a funny thing when you're like riding. You forget what day it is. I have no idea if it's a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Like, it just doesn't really matter. I guess it matters when you're going to like national parks, because they're super crowded when it's a weekend. But other than that, like, I'm pretty much all alone here. And another benefit about Oregon and Washington is that there's like berries everywhere. I've been eating berries just for dinner, lunch. Like, they're really good. They're huge. They're just so like everywhere. And it's nice to see, because in the East Coast there's hardly anything. It's funny, like I was at the grocery store in Oregon somewhere, and as I walk in, the lady's like, "Hey, we have to check in bags." And I was carrying my tank bag, this. It's not even a book bag, but she wanted to check it in. And so I'm like looking around, and there's all of these women and guys carrying book bags, or the women are carrying handbags that are much bigger than that, and guys are carrying book bags. But I guess it was because I'm like all dirty. I don't know. But I guess I look like a homeless guy. But I remember many times of getting asked to check in bags all the time. Then I look around, and there's like dozens of people walking by with bags. So I must look like a thief or something. And I'm going to drink right now because I'm super thirsty. I got some fruit and honey, natural sweetened with honey. Probably BS, but to put in my bread that I bought. Pineapple in a can. A little bit tonight to maybe help me fall asleep. This is how I get fat. Like, to demonstrate, it's really good. Really good. Little muffins, whole wheat English muffins, where I'm going to put the jam tomorrow morning. Boom. Oh, I always buy these. I eat a lot of bananas because they're so cheap. This tastes so good. Not that much traffic either. Scouted some places that might be good to camp overnight. So I'm gonna see if I can do that. This is pretty much what Oregon looks like. Pine forest everywhere. Check out the campground I found. This is actually off a national forest paved or gravel sandy road. I mean, this is actually pretty difficult terrain to ride. Somewhat sandy. I haven't seen this sort of soil before. It's actually really interesting. And right now, this is actually a pretty well manicured sort of a road. But back there, it was pretty soily. Let me show you how I got in. And it's a nice campsite. Like, I'm surprised. I guess people have camped here before. It's got the fire pit. It's got some like sitting branches, some sitting logs. It's got some trash over there, like an old TV. There's a radio hanging from the tree. Yeah, this looks pretty nice. The soil here. I lost my front end quite a bit here. It's kind of funny, like we're in Oregon, but I'm starting to see like lizards and stuff like that. The forests are all kind of pine looking. Yep, I just bought this little propane whatever stove. I've never used one before, but I'm near Sisters, and I'm near Mount McKinley, I think, because I can see the peak. I just went off this gravel road into, I think this is a national forest, and I'm camping out. Here's my setup. I bought this at some mom and pop grocery store. It's a little stove with a propane or butane or whatever, but I've never used one before, and I was really wanting some hot food, and I can't really afford to go to a restaurant, so I bought some cans of soup and one of beans, and I'm using it right now. It's should be heating up. And I bought some additional food and things like that, and I bought this. It's a little spork. Before I was actually eating using my Leatherman, just a knife and digging it in. So I bought some tortillas. This, it came to $40, which is kind of expensive. I could have eaten a couple of days for that price, but I think I'll eat a little bit healthier this way, making my own. Because I really haven't eaten much in the entire time I've been riding. It's about 9,000 miles so far, and it's been over a month, and I'm on my way south to California. So this campsite is pretty nice. I really like it. It's isolated. I wish there was a good view of Mount McKinley, but the problem is all the free camping doesn't have great views. So the one I stayed in Colorado of the Great Sand Dunes, it was really nice. It was beautiful, and I paid $11. Normally I won't pay for camping, but PM. There's my tent, my bike. I got a little fire going. I usually don't get fires. Don't set up fires because they give away my location, but PCT is nearby, so I wonder if that has something to do with it. But I doubt it in his case. So I'm just here kind of relaxing a little bit. Morning. Not sure, August something. It's my rear tire, which is new. It's already showing a lot of wear. I mean, it doesn't have that much anymore. I'm really hoping that it'll last. And my front tire, it is pretty much gone. So, well, it's August 4 or 5 or something like that, and I'm about to head out. It's always really kind of sad leaving your previous campsite, because you know it feels pretty safe. You were safe here for the day, but I have to start heading south, so I do have to leave it. But I have to keep reminding myself that I'll find another campsite. It'll be easy, hopefully. But I just wanted to kind of share that thought. Like, it's difficult in the morning, like just leaving the campsite, because you feel safe here. You spent the entire day here. You could spend even more, but I think I have to push myself to, go out of my comfort zone, because it is tough. Like, the one thing I didn't realize about being on the road, especially by yourself, and everybody should take a road trip, a motorcycle trip by yourself for a few weeks and see how it is. You're very vulnerable. Like you feel like anything could happen, and I think that's the part that's interesting about riding a motorcycle is the vulnerability. Like you always feel like something could happen. Like if it starts to rain, you're going to get totally wet and cold. But hopefully you come through and nothing happens. I've had one crash that was kind of tough, but I think it made me see things a lot better, and I started riding a little bit more carefully too. Alright, so I'm going to head south from Portland, or from Oregon, and I'm going to try and find more campsites and make my way to California. but I'm losing the front end pretty easily on this thing. I mean, look at that. Oh man, so I'm kind of stuck here. The wheels dug into this, and it's right before getting onto a gravel road. Look at this, gravel road right here, and the bike is right here. And look at all of this. Oh man. So I have to rock it back and forth. Hopefully I can get it out. But, it's just digging itself more and more. I'm going to turn it sideways. Hopefully I can. Put some rocks in here. Man, it's heavy. That worked. I wasn't expecting to. Whew. And right at the easiest part too, like just dug in. Well, we're ready to go. Through this road, and I realized it's closed, but it's open on the other side. And I had to remove one of my panniers in order to get through here. But I had no idea this was private property. Hey guys, this is Lavalands, Oregon. Check this out. It's just like lava, dried lava, I guess. It's really hot here too. Pretty incredible. Look at this. I've never seen lava. I guess this is what it looks like. You can definitely get hurt here, like walking in here.
my new Buy True car. Use them, baby. They have certified dealers all over the country, so they're live and nationwide.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'll be back. Hey, got it since we got here.
So tiny, you just grab it. This was...
I don't really trust myself right now.
Oh, because of the last night. Oh, is that what you got in the box?
Yeah. I've had those other shoes for 1,000 miles.
Jeez, what happens to shoes after 1,000?
There. A lot of compression. So you hit it too? Oh, sorry I got so far ahead of you. You guys are going to use me as a gauge. So you...
What is it called again? Stay put her running through the woods on the other side.